Hey, I wanted to do this video for senior citizens looking for life insurance online, and I wanted to start out, kind of giving you a warning, telling you what to look out for and how to find it if you're doing it yourself. The first part is the warning section. One is do not trust the online ads. The online ads, 90% of them are designed to get your phone number and name and sell that information to life insurance agents. And that's where you get all those phone calls. So if you go online and you see an advertisement and it says get a quote here, and it starts asking for your phone number, your name, your address, all that stuff before they give you a quote, close it out. You do not give them your phone number, because they will sell your information and you will get phone calls all the time. Number two, warning number two, if it's too good to be true, if it seems like it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? I've done videos on this before. There are several advertisements out there that make it seem like there is a government program in place that's going to give your family 40,000, 30,000, 25,000. It makes it look like it's free, and the only thing you have to do is to call in to see if you qualify. These is another example of data brokers getting your information and selling it. So when you call in to one of these advertisements, you're transferred to a life insurance agent, and that agent is going to be pushing a product towards you. It's going to try to sell you insurance. And if you want insurance, that's fine, but just remember, they probably paid between $40 to $70 to talk to you. So there might be some incentive there to get you that policy. So if you're starting out, the next section I've got, if when you start out looking for life insurance, and if you're doing it yourself online, my recommendation is not to start with the $50,000 policy amount. I know you want to leave your family as much as possible, but my recommendation after doing this for a while is to start out with what is needed. If you're looking to cover the cost of a burial or cremation, the cremation is around $3,000. I would recommend a $5,000 policy. A burial is typically $10,000, so I would recommend 10 to 12, maybe $15,000 for that. And that's where you need to start looking for your policy amount. I'm not saying you're going to be stuck there forever. Like if you get a price for the 10,000 or the 15,000 and it's comfortable, you can always increase that price, right? But I wouldn't start out with the $50,000, because the older you get, the more expensive it's going to be. And I don't care what they tell you, it's just not true. The older you get, the more expensive it's going to be. So start with what's needed first, and then if it's comfortable, add more to it. All right. And if you are doing it, recommendation number two is if you are doing it yourself and you want a quote, go directly to a carrier's website to get the quote. And this will be carriers like Mutual of Omaha, John Hancock, American Amicable, SBLI, Foresters. Like these are the companies you want to go directly to their website to get the quote. And that way you shouldn't receive as many phone calls, right? You shouldn't be spammed as much. Some carriers will call you if you start an application and you don't finish it. Just keep that in mind, that there might be some phone calls if you go directly to the carrier website. Number three, if you do get a policy online by yourself, or if you get it with someone else, right? Always read the fine print. Always read the fine print. I've seen people who have been sold policies and they thought it was one thing and it was something completely different, right? So you want to make sure you know what you're buying. There are a few companies out there that have these policies that look like they're really, really good prices for whole life, but it's not whole life. It's a term policy. And not only is it a term policy, it's a policy that increases in price every year, and then every 5 years, and then it cancels once you turn 80. I've done videos on this as well. There are policies out there that that look good, but they're just really not. So be careful, read the fine print. Make sure you know who you're working with if you do work with a broker. Now, my recommendation, if you're a senior citizen, is to work with a broker, because they have access to multiple carriers. So if you have certain health conditions, they can find a carrier that's best suited for those conditions to give you the best company and the best price. So that would be my recommendation, to work with a broker. Just because someone's a friend of the family doesn't mean they're an expert. So I would really also be careful with who you work with. Most of the new agents don't make it past year 3. So that would be my recommendation. So now, if you are Relatively healthy. Like if you, the only thing you have going on is high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes that's controlled, the best company that I recommend would be Mutual of Omaha. Now, they're not the cheapest, right? Like, but they're not the most expensive. So you're probably going to pay about $10 to $15 more with Mutual of Omaha, but that's who I recommend. And if you have some health conditions, I really can't recommend a carrier because, depending on your health conditions, it could be one carrier or the other. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I specialize in working with parents who have young kids, but I also am qualified and experienced in the final expense and whole life insurance markets. So I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have or help you get a policy if that is something that you indeed want. But don't give up, and please avoid getting those spam calls. Nobody wants spam calls. Thank you.